When she starts ignoring you, most men panic. They overthink, text again, beg for attention. But a man who understands female psychology knows silence is a test, not of love, but of control. Welcome to Stoic 95. This is not about tricks or games. It's about understanding how women react when they lose emotional stimulation. When she pulls away, she's not always leaving. Sometimes, she's waiting to feel your strength. Because the truth is, women respect control more than affection. When she distances herself, it's your reaction that decides everything. Number 1. Do not chase the distance. When a woman begins to pull away, it's not random. It's calculated, often unconsciously. Her emotions work in cycles of closeness and distance. That's how she feels depth. She withdraws to measure your stability, to see if your confidence depends on her validation. This is the moment where most men fail. They panic. They text more, call more, try to fix what isn't broken. But what they don't realize is that their reaction confirms her doubts. A woman's psychology responds to contrast. She needs to feel what it's like without your energy to truly value it. When you chase, you erase that contrast. You remove the mystery. You make her feel emotionally full too quickly, and attraction fades. Women don't lose interest because of distance. They lose interest because of predictability. Every message you send out of fear makes her see your emotions as weakness, not care. The harder you try, the less she feels. Instead, hold your ground. Detach with calm confidence. Let her silence breathe. Let curiosity grow in her mind. She will start to wonder why you didn't react. That curiosity turns into emotional pull. When she begins to miss your presence, she replays moments in her head. The absence becomes powerful because it triggers reflection. Your power as a man comes from restraint. Every weak man reacts. Every strong man observes. You don't chase the distance, you allow it. Because the one who stays still controls the pace. When you learn to let her drift without trying to pull her back, she feels something rare in today's world: your emotional control. And in her mind, that control is more attractive than any words you could ever say. Number 2, focus on your center. Her silence is not rejection. It's feedback. It shows you where your emotional center truly stands. When a woman pulls away, she unconsciously mirrors your state. If you panic, she feels your instability and disconnects further. But when you stay composed, grounded, and focused, she senses safety. That emotional steadiness is what draws her back. A woman does not stay for words. She stays for the feeling your presence gives her. You must understand that women are emotional sensors. They don't analyze your logic, they feel your energy. When you lose your calm, she instantly feels your imbalance. That's why Stoic men seem effortlessly attractive. Their peace creates gravity. Their stillness commands attention without words. When you stay focused on your center, your purpose, your discipline, your mission, you project power without trying. She may not understand it logically, but she feels it deeply. Use her silence as a signal to refocus your life. Train harder. Learn something new. Improve your appearance. Build momentum. When your world expands while she withdraws, she begins to question her distance. She starts to miss the version of you that doesn't need her for validation. Because independence is magnetic. It reminds her that you existed before her and will thrive after her. The moment you make her distance about you, you give away your frame. You start reacting to her emotions instead of leading with your own. But when you make her silence about your growth, the dynamic shifts. She starts feeling your absence as presence. Your focus becomes your attraction, and your self-control becomes the signal that reignites her desire. Number 3, understand the emotional test. Every woman, whether she realizes it or not, tests the strength of a man's emotions. It's part of her instinct, not her plan. She wants to know if you can remain centered when the connection feels uncertain. These moments define how she sees your value. When she ignores your message or becomes distant, it's not always about anger or disinterest. Often, she's observing your reaction. She wants to feel your stability. She wants to know if your emotions control you or if you control them. Most men fail this test without even realizing it. They argue, explain, or chase validation. They react from fear, not awareness. But every time you react, you reveal weakness. You show her that your sense of peace depends on her behavior. And once she feels that, the polarity breaks. The energy that once drew her and starts to fade because there's no challenge, no mystery, no strength to sense. But when you stay calm, detached, and emotionally still, the entire dynamic changes. You stop feeding her emotions and start influencing them. She begins to wonder what's going through your mind. That curiosity is the seed of renewed attraction. It pulls her in because she can't predict you, and unpredictability awakens her emotional intensity. Understand this clearly. She doesn't want a man who never feels. She wants a man who feels deeply but stays composed. Your silence becomes more powerful than your words. It tells her you don't need to prove anything. It tells her your peace doesn't depend on her approval. That calm, disciplined energy is what makes her rethink her distance. Because true emotional power isn't loud. It's quiet, unshaken, and deeply controlled. Number 4. Withdraw emotionally, not energetically. When a woman distances herself, most men make one of two mistakes. They either chase her desperately or vanish completely. Both reactions come from emotion, not control. The stoic path lies between those extremes. You withdraw emotionally, but stay present in life with quiet confidence. You stop trying to convince her, explain yourself, or prove your value. Instead, you redirect that energy back into yourself and your world. You remain visible, but not for attention. You post a gym photo, not to get her reaction, but to show progress. You go out with friends, not to make her jealous, but to stay connected to your purpose. This is how a high-value man lives. His world doesn't stop spinning because one woman pulled away. He continues his routine. He stays disciplined. He moves forward without bitterness or pride. That emotional balance is rare, and women feel it deeply. When she sees that you didn't collapse under her silence, her instincts begin to shift. She senses the contrast between your calm and her confusion. That contrast creates emotional tension, and tension builds attraction. It reminds her of your strength, the same strength that once made her feel safe. The irony is, when you stop chasing her emotionally, you draw her back energetically. Detachment is often misunderstood. It's not about being cold or heartless. It's about self-control and motion. You don't close your heart, you guard your peace. You don't disappear, you evolve. That shift from reaction to restraint makes her question her distance. She begins to realize that while she pulled away to test your strength, you passed by not playing her game. And in her mind, that calm power is impossible to ignore. Number 5. Use time as your weapon. Time is the most underrated force in attraction. Most men rush to fix silence, explain themselves, or chase validation. But a stoic man knows time does the work for him. When a woman ignores you, your reaction defines your value. If you respond too soon, you teach her that your emotions are easy to access. But when you stay patient and calm, you create distance that works in your favor. Women crave emotional closure. Silence denies that. As the days pass, her curiosity begins to grow. She starts to replay conversations, overthink decisions, and wonder if she misjudged your value. That mental tension builds because you've given her no new data to interpret. You've removed her ability to control the narrative. Every unanswered message, every day of quiet, becomes a reminder of what she lost control over. You don't need to post cryptic quotes or fake confidence online. Real strength is stillness. You don't react, you observe. You let time reveal truth. Because time always exposes intentions. If she valued you, she will reach out. If she only wanted your validation, she will vanish. Either way, you win, because patience filters out weakness. Most men use time emotionally. They count hours, wonder why she hasn't replied, or replay every message. But stoic men use time strategically. They understand that attraction, regret, and curiosity all grow in silence. Your absence becomes her mirror. She starts to feel the void you used to fill. That's when time becomes your weapon, not through anger, but through calm indifference. Because the man who can wait without losing his peace is the man who controls the outcome. Number 6. Understand the hidden fear behind her distance. When a woman starts to pull away, it often has little to do with you. It's about the fear she carries within. Many women fear losing emotional control. When feelings grow too strong, they create anxiety. So, she withdraws to protect herself from vulnerability. Distance becomes her shield. She wants to test if her emotions for you are safe. But if you chase her in this phase, you feed that fear. You confirm that she holds the power. And once she feels that control, attraction fades. The right move is emotional stillness. You don't argue, question, or demand clarity. You simply hold your ground. That calm energy tells her she can trust your presence. It shows you respect her emotional process without trying to fix it. That's rare for her, because most men panic when they feel distance. But when you remain unshaken, you create safety. She starts to realize your energy doesn't fluctuate with her moods. That's when her guard lowers. Women crave emotional safety more than attention. It's not the words you say, but the energy you hold that makes her feel secure. When she feels that your calm is real, she slowly returns. Not out of guilt, but out of trust. She feels drawn back to the stability you provide. The paradox is simple. When you stop reacting to her distance, she starts to bridge it. True masculine strength is not in pursuit, it's in stillness. Because only calm energy can dissolve her hidden fear. Number 7. Reconnect only from strength. When she comes back, it's your moment to lead again, not to react. Don't greet her with coldness or neediness. Stay calm and neutral. The goal is not to punish or reward her return, but to re-establish your frame. Ask simple questions, keep the energy light, and let her feel that nothing has changed your center. When you show emotional stability after distance, it sends a clear message. You don't need her validation to stay composed. That calmness resets the masculine polarity she subconsciously craves. Never bring up the past or question why she pulled away. Doing so only reopens emotional tension that no longer serves you. Let your actions and tone show that you remain steady through her absence. That quiet confidence rebuilds attraction far deeper than any words could. You're teaching her that your peace is self-sustained, not dependent on her presence. If she tries to test you again, stay grounded. Let her see that your consistency is real, not performative. When you reconnect from strength, you shift the dynamic. You move from chasing validation to embodying value. And in her mind, that's what separates you from the men she can manipulate. She starts to see your silence, patience, and composure as signs of power. That's when respect returns, and with it, genuine attraction. When a woman distances herself, most men fail because they react emotionally. They argue, they chase, they lose control. But the truth is simple. The more you react, the less power you have. The more you stay calm, the more her mind re-engages. She starts wondering why you didn't chase, why you didn't break. And that question pulls her back stronger than any message ever could. Your strength is measured by your silence, not your words. If this message connected with you, subscribe to Stoic 95. Here, we teach men to master their emotions, understand female psychology, and walk through chaos with calmness. Because attraction isn't built through effort, it's maintained through control. When she distances herself, remember this: your peace is your power. Protect it.